What's up, good people? How's it going? Rob here again with another little episode of what I like to call Weird Wednesday. Today's story, I talk about, ghosts, paranormal things, weird stories, sometimes running into weird people, weird things happen. Some of them are spooky, some of them are just flat out weird. Some of them are funny. Got a few of those funny ones coming up soon. Anyway, this morning's story is a little story of when I went down to South Florida to go to a surf contest. Actually, I was going to be a judge at the one of these surf contests. I used to do that quite a bit. I was going down there to judge a contest, and my stepbrother happens to live, well, doesn't now, happened to live down in South Florida at the time. Yep, it's the stepbrother that I grew up with in the old, weird, haunted house that my parents had and still have. Anyway, went down there, got there, and didn't end up getting any sleep that night. And it wasn't because of weird things were happening. It was just because hadn't seen each other in a while, and we were just hanging out, partying, talking, just stayed up all night. So I didn't get any sleep at all, which the plan was to go down there and stay at my stepbrother's house, get a good night's sleep, and get up, at 5:30 or 6 in the morning, head over to the beach, go to judge this event that was going to be, it's a big event, all-day event. Had to climb up 3 levels of scaffolding. Did it on no sleep, had no sleep, been partying all night. I still probably was feeling the effects of that as I was climbing the scaffolding, thinking, oh God, am I going to make it to the top of this stuff? And how long do I got to be here all day. It was a long day. No sleep. And anyway, the night when I got down there kind of early evening, 6 o'clock, something like that. 7, I don't know, somewhere like that. The sun was starting to go down, or getting ready to anyways. We're hanging out, made some food, cooked some, made some barbecue out on the grill in the yard, and hung out, and we're eating. A couple friends came over. It was me, my stepbrother, his wife. A couple friends came over. We're just hanging out, partying, chilling, talking, having fun, doing that fun thing that people do when they get together and involve lighting a grill and cooking some, dead animals on it. So anyways, we're doing that, and later on that evening, we go inside, after we'd all eaten, and we're hanging out, and we're talking, and the story of the old house comes up. And he's like, hey, remember that time? And I'm like, yeah. Hey, you remember that? Yeah. Hey, what about, yeah. And we're talking, and, and the couple of friends that were there, they were like, y'all are tripping, My stepbrother says, there's been some weird stuff happen around here, too. And I'm like, really? He's like, oh, yeah. I'm like what? As weird as the old house? He's like, yeah, sometimes. Because stuff moves around here every once in a while. You put something somewhere, and you come back a few minutes later, and it's moved. It's like it was there, now it's over there. You put something on the kitchen counter here, and you come back 5 minutes later, and it's over there, and nobody else has been in there. I'm like, yeah, that is kind of strange. Stuff does happen. He goes, yeah, every once in a while, it gets weird. And I'm like, yeah, and we're kind of laughing about it, and we have that common thing, between us. Weird stuff happens. Anyways, we're hanging out, talking, and I don't know, 30 minutes later or so, we're sitting there talking, laughing about this and that, and out of the kitchen comes an old coffee can. Coffee can about that big around, about that tall, tin, metal, whatever. Comes sailing out the kitchen door, hits the floor, and rolls out, kind of in between us, and we're all like, shut the front door. What? Where did that come from? He's like, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. When the weird stuff happens. That's happened before with other things. And I'm like, really? Well, that was rather interesting. And I went over and I picked the can up, and I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, I got a fishing line or something on this thing. Somebody's messing with me. He's like, nah, seriously, dude. I'm not messing with you. That was weird, wasn't it? And I was like, yeah, that rate's up there pretty weird, because I could see the kitchen from where I was sitting, and there weren't nobody in the kitchen. I got up, picked up the coffee can, took the coffee can back into the kitchen, looked around cautiously. There wasn't nobody in the kitchen. Strange. Put the coffee can on the kitchen counter. And I put it there, I set it there. Made sure it wasn't going to fall off. Wasn't near the edge. Pushed it back up against the splashboard. Pushed it back. Made sure it was sitting there nice and sturdy as a coffee can sit. It was sitting. Looked at it. Walked out. Strange. Somebody's here. Mom's home. About 30 minutes later, guess what? Coffee can comes flying back out the door into the living room once again. It was the little coffee can that could, and it did, and it freaked out our friends so much that they got up and left. We hung out, talked for the rest of the night, and that was about it. Nothing else weird happened other than a few clinks and clangs that came out of the kitchen. But that's the story of the coffee can that could. Talk to you later.